Real quick before we get started, I want to say thank you for the support. It's been tremendous. If you've been with us for a while and you're looking for something a bit more that doesn't quite fit into the episodes, check out the Blueprint on Patreon. $20 a month gets you full technique library of over 200 videos organized by position and OpenMet audio. Unscripted episodes I record right after class where I answer your questions. Links in the show notes. Look for the Blueprint specifically. Now let's get started. All right, so I just got done training 5 a.m. class at Gracie La Mesa, and I wanted to speak on something that I want us all to be a little conscious of. My wife recently got struck with diverticulitis. It's not her first bout. She's had several. This is the second time she's been hospitalized, and she was hospitalized for, what day did I take her in? Friday. I took her on a Friday. I think we had her back home by Wednesday or Thursday, something around those lines. And it was a stressful time because you don't like watching your spouse go through shit. You don't like watching your spouse be in pain and have to be hospitalized and in tears in some ways and frustrated. But we went through it. I went to all my classes. I taught all my classes. I taught my workshops. I taught my scheduled classes. I went to work. I would work from the hospital some days. I was thankful that I had a mother-in-law that is in town, and she would give me breaks. She would give me like 3-4 hour breaks. I'll go home, nap, or go home and like kind of relax and have a little bit of, me time, and then go back. So I was at the hospital, I want to say like 2, sometimes 3 times throughout the day. And that was mainly possible because my mother-in-law was involved, and I would be there early in the morning, and then she would kind of come around midday, stick around for 3-4 hours. I'd go home, and then I'd come back. And then I would go home knowing that I had to teach a morning class most days. Now, I'm specifying that I did everything that I was responsible for. And it wasn't because I wanted to beat my chest and be this example of, oh, I'm a man and I take care of my shit. Not the point here. If you need time off from training or work and you have that time, take it. There's some things that are more important than the responsibilities that you have outside of the gym or outside of your home, I should say. And there's going to be times when you're just going to have to take that time off and accept that it's going to be time off and accept that there are bigger things in the world than teaching or training jiu-jitsu. The reason that I kept it up was because it was a moment of normalcy for me. I teach mainly in the morning, 5 a.m., so it wasn't like she was going to be up. So I would get that out of the way and come back. And then when I had to do a workshop, the workshops were about an hour and 15 minutes. So it wasn't like I was expecting myself to be away for a long time. But there were forms of normalcy. I got to be around people who were fun, were laughing, were joking. They knew what was going on, but people tend to have a baseline approach or a way of being. So you kind of just enjoy yourselves and you have fun and you laugh and you joke about shit and you train hard, and then you go home and have to go back to the reality that is your house may have been on fire, may have had some accidents. Your spouse may be in the hospital. You may be dealing with something with your kid that has gone wrong. But again, my goal isn't to say that you should keep training. That's what worked for me. The point of this entire video or audio is the more I'm interacting with people and what I had to go through and what I had to kind of endure with the wife and be supportive and whatnot, is that there's a good percentage of the people you interact with, both at work, on the street, and at the gym, that are going through shit that we have no idea about. None. I know a gentleman who's going through cancer treatment right now. I know a gentleman who has a special needs child. I know someone whose kid had a really harsh concussion and they were going through that. And again, you shouldn't, if life dictates that you need to step away from jiu-jitsu and work, do it. If jiu-jitsu allows you to have a little bit of normalcy and keeps your head right and keeps you engaged and makes you a better father, parent, mother, husband, spouse, wife, brother, son, then do that as well. My goal with this video again is treat each other with as much respect as you can and as much as kindness and tact as you can. Because there's a lot of people that are coming into those gyms and they're training and they're spending some time with you and they have not shared the weight that they're carrying and they have not shared the pain that they're carrying or trying to get through. I've had moms who come in who are in the middle of a divorce. I've had parents whose kids are going through some kind of medical issue. I've had training partners who have lost their job and they've continued to train. And again, it's not beating your chest and saying, I'm the shit because I keep going. It's understanding that some of these people are going to share stuff with you. And then some of these people aren't going to share anything and are just going to be quietly coming to class. So when you see your training partner and they're a little off, check in. When you see your training partner and maybe they've been gone a couple of days, just say, hey, everything okay? When you see your training partner and maybe they came in and they didn't roll, check in, ask, see how they're doing, see if there's anything they need. Sometimes they just need to fucking get something off their chest. Sometimes they need to get in there. And I had a training partner who he came in and he didn't roll at all. And he was like, I'm not even here to roll. I just need to be around the group. So you're going to have those days and you're going to have your training partners that are going to share stuff with you and you're going to have your training partners that aren't going to share anything. Give them some tact, give them some grace because those times when you come in and you're off, some people can think, oh, he's being an asshole today or whatever it might be. But reality, they're just trying to hold it together. And your kindness can go a long way. So pick each other up, help each other, embrace each other, allow each other to vent and get some of that weight off, or just be a great training partner. And you can know, like, hey, they're not on the ball today. I'm going to dial it back. I'm not here to destroy them. I'm going to be a little more of a willing partner in this exchange, and we're going to have a little bit more fun. And then some people just sit with them. Take that time. Your training partners are the world, and there is no gym that succeeds without these training partners. There's no gym that succeeds without these students. And I don't want to forget this either. Sometimes the gym owner or the instructor is the one that needs that help too. So check in with them. Continue to build the communities you have. Embrace them and spend time there. And be the example that you wish you had. Until next time, thank you so much.